Hello, Black Healing Matters family. This is Danielle here at the Black Healing Matters podcast, and welcome back. This is, yes, the place where we offer you ideas to hopefully move you one step closer to your healing. And on this Finance Friday, that's exactly what we hope to do. So, my question to you, Black Healing Matters family, is what are your goals? What are your financial goals this year? Are you on track with your financial goals this year? Well, if you're like most people, then you've probably got some kind of business, or you may have some business or something, some entrepreneurial endeavor that you are hoping to start. And now we're already 3 months into 2018. So if you haven't gotten started yet, it's about that time. But as we think about starting businesses and making money, one thing I have noticed quite often in our community is that our businesses tend to be very kind of, how can I say, superficial in a way. Not the businesses themselves, but the products that we usually create. They're usually, in many cases, for entertainment or kind of discretionary items like t-shirts and things of that nature, which is a great place to start. But I'm one of those people who believes in setting intentions and going straight for what you really want. And while it may be out of many of our reach, I think setting the intention to have businesses that are a little more insular or even more necessary in our daily lives is a great way to start a business. And these are great businesses to be in. And what am I talking about specifically? Let me be clear. I'm talking about businesses that produce goods and services that everyone, black, white, whatever in between, need. Not just want or like, but need. You see, we all have to spend money on products and goods and services, whether we like it or not, right? I mean, we've all got to put gas in our cars. We've all got smartphones. We purchased those from someplace. They've all got service, assuming you've got maybe a Wi-Fi or some kind of data plan. You've got some kind of connectivity to your smartphone, which you pay for. You live somewhere, right? Which you pay for, even if you've purchased it. Again, you had to pay for it, even if you're the owner, you paid for it. Um, Everything we eat, the place that you live, the clothes that you wear was purchased with money, I'm assuming. And so the question is, did you purchase those from a black business? And it's very, 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 very likely that you did not purchase those from a black business because there are not many black businesses in these industries of essential items, such as housing, transportation, telecommunications, manufacturing, okay, um, real estate. These are industries that unfortunately we are not heavily represented in. But I want to take today to hopefully change that and at least bring it to the forefront of our consciousness. Because until we can begin to get into these industries, we will be 100% beholden to the dominant society to provide everything we need, from our food, our medicine, our housing, our transportation, every single thing that we need to survive. And so I hope today that you will set your sights, especially if you already have some ambition to start a business, to set your sights on starting a business in an area that is a mandatory necessity item that people, human beings, not only Black people, but human beings need. Because it's those types of items that we actually really need to buy from each other. Because we all have limited disposable income. And I've said this before, so many of our Black businesses are competing for those very limited resources, disposable income dollars. When what I believe we should really be going for is that budget that we have to spend just to stay alive every month. And so get into something like real estate. Buy a house and rent it out. Buy a two-flat or apartment building if you can. You'd be surprised that in many neighborhoods, many of our neighborhoods, apartment buildings, 4, 6, 10, 15, 20 units is going for the same price of a house, a single house in other neighborhoods. This is, I'm not exaggerating in any way, okay? Because I've been looking at real estate, especially in Chicago, and this is absolutely true. And so putting ourselves into these industries, I believe, is what will really begin to shift the economics in our communities. Now, if you want to start a, t-shirt business or, even whatever, it's fine. Do that. Okay. I'm not in any way trying to discourage you. But what I am saying is that, let's get into some of these other businesses that maybe are not so sexy, manufacturing. It's not sexy, making metal frames or, growing, I don't know, cotton and making fabric. It's not sexy. But I guarantee you those types of products are needed. There's demand for them. And they can be sold to anybody. All right. I've ranted enough. Y'all, please let me know what you think about this. I would love your feedback on this topic. First off, I want to know, what industries do you think Black folks should get into? As I'm talking about, I'm not talking about, every industry, but I'm talking about those essential items. Do you have Black grocery stores, Black gas stations, Black telecommunications companies, Black landlords in your area that you can work with? Seek them out if you do. Please patronize them, because I guarantee you it's not easy for them to stay in that industry. There's a lot of competition, I'm sure. And on that note, Black Healing Matters, I love you, family. Stay blessed. And as always, Black Healing Matters.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.